What's up guys, Thaddeus here. In today's video, it's actually gonna be really valuable because a lot of people don't really touch this or talk about it, but I wanna talk about emails and email marketing because there's no ad spend to it. There's very little, paid stuff. It's not like Facebook ads, it's not like Instagram influencer shoutouts. It's something that basically, if you start using it, you'll just make more money. And a lot of people just don't use it. So I wanna talk about email marketing in this video. It's gonna be super valuable. Let's get to it. Now, with email marketing, guys, the first thing I want to explain, this is what I talk about like in person with people if they ever ask me questions about it, because I get asked this a lot. But people ask me, like, how do you structure your emails versus, like influencer shoutouts? And I relate these two together very often. Now let me explain, okay? So with a typical email, right? If we're going to break down the core functions of an email, so you have the subject, the body, the click-through, right? Whatever link you have, like your product, and you want, like, your ultimate goal is to get people to open the email, look at the body of the email, click the link, go to your website and purchase the product, right? So how do you actually do that? Now, I compare this to influencer shoutouts all the time. So what do I mean by that? So for example, let's take an influencer Instagram shoutout. Now, how do you actually get a person scrolling on Instagram to eventually go to your website and purchase, right? If you're doing a shoutout. Well, first of all, you have to have your image, right? And you have your caption, and then you have your call to action, okay? Now that's the exact same stuff in an email. You have the subject, the body, the call to action, the click through, the link, whatever you want to call that, in an actual email. So how do we compare the two? Now, in an Instagram influencer shoutout, right? Your image, this is why I stress content, and this is why people literally call me the content king, because I stress content so much. But when you're doing an Instagram influencer shoutout, right? Your visual, your picture has to be so good that it stops them from just scrolling past, right? From just scrolling through and just looking at, the next picture, their friend's freaking Throwback Thursday photo, right? So you need to stop them from doing that, right? How do you actually go do that? Well, the visual has to be so good. This is why I don't use text on images. This is why I never do that. I'm just saying, hey, you need content that's so visually appealing, right? It throws them into some sort of emotion, it makes them think, it makes them curious, makes, has some mystery to it, whatever the feeling is, because again, people buy off of emotion, not logic. So again, you want them to feel something or catch their attention with curiosity, whatever it is. The visual has to be so good that they stop, look at it, and then they look at the caption of that post, right? Once they look at the caption's job is supposed to be so good where it convinces them that, hey, I need to check these guys out, or I need to go to their website right now because it's interesting, right? How does that tie into email marketing? Well, email marketing, the subject, right, of your email needs to be so good, needs to be captivating, needs to inspire some sort of emotion, needs to be curious, like people, you need to get them thinking, right? It has to be so good that they see that and they want to click through and look at the body of the email, right? So when you're actually doing that, now the body's job of the email, right, they're supposed to read through all of that and then ultimately come to the decision themselves, like, hey, I want to check out this product, or this is for me, or this is something I want. And then eventually they click the link, whatever product you're promoting, and they go to your website, and your website job is to eventually convert them, right? But that's how I tie it into together, with influencers versus email marketing, okay? And the reason people, like, a lot of people dropshipping, like, they just neglect emails because they're so focused on that first customer purchase, on that public facing revenue stream where it's, you pay Facebook or you pay Instagram influencers for that initial traction, and then you're just getting sales right off the bat, but that's all public facing, that's all initial purchases, right? But you have all this data, you have so much data after people buy, you have their emails, you have all this information that you're neglecting, that you're just setting aside and just ignoring, when really that could literally be an extra 10 up to like 35% of your store's revenue if you know how to use it well, okay? I'm not even just talking about cart abandonment, cart recovery, all that kind of stuff, because that's a given that you should be using always. But I'm talking about actual email newsletters, okay guys? Now, the other thing too is you always need to be disqualifying people, okay? Does that make sense? You always need to be disqualifying. What I mean by that is you shouldn't be afraid with your emails to lose subscribers, because if someone unsubscribes from your email list, it means they were never going to buy from you anyways. So that's not someone you want anyways. Like, for example, for my own personal brand email list, if I shoot an email out, like the people that unsubscribe, I'm not like, oh man, they unsubscribe. I'm like, good. They're hurting my open rates and they were never gonna buy anything anyways. Like, I don't want them in my email list, right? So that's the same thing with your store, is you need to always be disqualifying people and keeping the ones that the ones that don't unsubscribe, you're emailing them consistently. This is why people that are like, oh, I do a monthly newsletter, don't do that, okay? Minimum do weekly. If you can do daily, or if you have people like an email team that can do daily emails, okay, or do every other day. Because again, the people that unsubscribe, we're never gonna buy from you anyways, and you need to keep that retention. You need to keep, like always being on top of someone's mind is how you get them to purchase a product, right? So when you're emailing, right, again, like accounting for like, the subject, the body, the click-through, the call to action, whatever that is, but the actual amount of times you need to email should be pretty frequent for your store. Because again, it's free marketing. You're not paying anything to actually reach all these extra people that you already, like if you have their information, that means they're either a qualified lead or they've already purchased from you, okay? Which both are very, very, very hot or warm leads, whatever you wanna call them, that you could get to purchase your product, okay? So again, you need to be emailing frequently, you need to be emailing often, and you need to make sure your emails are good, okay? Again, the subject has to be good, blah, blah. And if you don't know how to do that, or if you want like free templates, I got you guys. Link is in the description right down below for free, like literally just some free email swipe files that you guys can copy and paste. Just again, I have a few for cart abandonment, I have a few for just like regular templated emails that you guys can use just as a sort of template, as a start, like as a stepping stone to start emailing your clients, emailing your store clients, frequently, okay? So I have those down for you completely free. I'm not asking for anything, just, email, gotcha. And then you're in my email list, right? So you see how that is now. Oh man, I'm funny. Oh God, I'm not. Now, once you guys have that going, right? Once you have a consistent email flow, you'll also be able to tweak again. You'll experiment. Like this goes into Facebook now, where it's like you always need to experiment with Facebook, right? You need to experiment with emails. See what gets people to open. See what gets people to unsubscribe more often. See what gets people to click through to your products more often. And again, this is why with one of my first stores that you guys have been around for a while, it's called The Nugget. And I did daily emails, but I basically, like, you need a reason to email people daily, right? Because again, you can't just email them saying, buy this, buy this, buy this, but like not have a valid, reason, and then they just get over it. They're like, okay, whatever, like I'm out, right? Because again, always be disqualifying. But I was emailing people daily because I had deals of the day, okay? And my deals of the day, when I ran these, okay, I would pick a product from AliExpress, super cheap, and I would barely even mark it up, okay? So I would maybe make $1 of profit if someone bought it on the deal of the day. But my intention wasn't to get profit from these people. My intention was just to get them comfortable buying and validate in their head psychology that, oh, okay, it's okay if I receive an email because these are super cheap products every single day and I might like one down the road. Okay, you see what I'm doing there? So basically, I had an excuse to email every single day to these clients, to my customers, to my leads, a deal of the day where it's like, oh, maybe it's a bracelet, right? That on AliExpress it's $2 plus e-packet, maybe it's $2.50, total $4.50. I might charge them $6, okay? Well, everything else on my store, right, is of course like charged higher because of custom content, but hey, deal of the day is, a 24-hour time period. You can get this for $6 and then it's gone from the store forever. So you see what I'm doing there, guys? I have a reason to email people daily, okay? There's like a sense of scarcity and urgency there, okay? And the content's good. The rest of my store, it's not like my whole store is on sale, because again, you don't want to put discounts on every single product. That's just gonna hurt you. This is just one product where, hey, 24 hours and it's gone, boom. And it actually is gone because I remove it and I add a new product. Because again, deal of the day. There's a new product every single day that I just find on AliExpress and start selling. Okay guys, so like that's an idea for you guys I want you to take away. Because again, this video is super value packed and there's a bunch of little tidbits, I think that's the word, that you guys can take from this and apply to your own stores and to your own sites and clients and leads and whatever to actually start generating extra additional revenue. Let's talk about cart abandonment and cart recovery for just one quick second. Now, when we're actually doing that, right, there's a few things you do. Obviously, you can do emails. Like Shopify has their own built-in one. I'm not a big fan of it. You can use SendLane. There's a link in the description as well if you don't or if you aren't familiar with the program and want to sign up for that. It's just an email autoresponder, manages all your emails, and it's like specifically made for Shopify and helps you with that, right? It gives you a lot better analytics than just doing an automated email to every single person. But it helps you. It's a little bit more in depth, okay? But on top of that, guys, there's apps that'll help you do that too. So it's not just an abandoned cart recovery on emails, it's also on Facebook, right? So there's an app called Recart, okay, on Shopify that you can download. And now if they abandon their cart, you can actually send them their cart on Facebook Messenger, which has higher open rates than email, and that can allow you to actually hop in and start retargeting them through Facebook Messenger, okay? As a cart abandonment technique, right? As a cart abandonment recovery technique to actually get them to purchase the product eventually, right? Instead of just an email, you can be, you can now be in their messenger inbox, all right, hitting them up saying, hey, this is your cart, you forgot it, here's a 10% discount code for that lasts for the next, 8 hours. have fun, good luck, whatever you want to say to actually close them and get them in, you know, to get them as a paying customer. And then now again, you got emails every single day that you can hit them up just to increase and get them used to seeing emails every day and getting them comfortable buying products from your store. Because again, if you're branding your store, if you're doing custom content, it's very easy that once you have their trust, it's very easy to get them to buy multiple times again and again and again and again to increase your revenue. Okay guys? So that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys got some value. I'm sure you guys did. And you know, I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to leave a comment if you guys have questions. I respond to everyone's comment. And don't forget to check out the program. Ecom Challenge is down below, guys. It's literally the cheapest one out there. 100+ videos, weekly live calls, all that kind of stuff there to help you guys. And I will see you guys in the next YouTube video tomorrow or whenever. Probably tomorrow. See you guys later. Love you all. Take care.